I'm Alexandra and this is Alexandra Crochet. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a stay-at-home mom of a little toddler and I live in Switzerland. And of course I love crochet. I opened this channel to share with you crochet ideas, my crochet journey here in Switzerland, and eventually I hope to record some tutorials to share with you. If you like everything crochet related, you're starting to crochet, or if you already crochet, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving a like so I can reach more people that love crocheting. Today I want to share with you a little bit of my experience in my first ever market here in Switzerland. I really wanted to share this experience because I was far from prepared. I tried my best. It was the first time I was going to a market here, and you know, it's a new country for me. It's a completely different language. I live in the German side of Switzerland, and here where I live, not many people speak English as well. Sometimes they only speak German or very little English. So German is a primary language, and I was a bit nervous but also excited because I really want to start offering my crochet final products here in this sort of markets. So the market I went was actually a second-hand market that is taking place in a very big garden, open space. It's sort of a garden, but also a place where they do events and concerts, sort of things. And they mostly sell second-hand things, but they also sell lots of things from artists, so, and craftsmanship, no? So I thought it was a really good idea to go and just to see what people like, see their reactions to my crochet items. And you know, I studied marketing. I've worked my whole life in market research. I still do work in market analysis, and I'm always interested in people's reaction to different things, responses over different things, what they like, what they don't like, what catches their attention. So for me it was like an experiment, and it was really fun. Besides my crochet items, we also brought a lot of baby things that we needed to sell, clothes, toys and everything. So it was just like a little section that we created for my crochet items to showcase them in a very poor way. Really, we were not really prepared. It has been a really hard last month with lots of things happening, and I was just able to crochet things, but I was not able to figure out how to display them or put any sort of sign or print out cards, nothing like that. This was like super basic, just going outward with whatever I had prepared. And why did I do it like that? Because if I waited until I had everything perfect, I would probably never do it. So I had to push myself to do it the best I could with the resources that I had. This market starts at 8 in the morning and you have to be there at 6. And I have a toddler. So what we had to do is that my husband had to wake up super early. We both woke up very early, but he went first to get us a good spot with shadow because here it's summer. And I went afterwards with my son. Once he was awake, we had breakfast and we were ready to go. So my husband helped me put my little display, and then I came to rearrange some things and take over so he could also rest a little bit. And I was able to see what happened, what was the interaction with my product. So that was interesting. So one piece of advice that I would like to give you in case you live in a country where you don't speak the language. I speak a little bit of German, just enough to get by, but when I'm nervous, I forget everything, or just if it's a noisy place, I cannot hear well what they're saying and I cannot tie words and I don't understand anything. So what I created was a little sign here in German. See, you can see it the other way around because I have the camera turned around as a selfie mode, but I will put a picture of that here so you can see. But I basically wrote, hello, my name is Alexandra, I come from Peru, I love crocheting and I do it since 2018. In my Instagram account you can find my finished work, items that I've made with a lot of patience and love. And since a short time ago I opened my YouTube channel where I can share my crochet ideas, and then what I did was put a QR code for my Instagram profile and my YouTube channel name, so they can look for me. This was super helpful. A lot of people were reading through it, which I was surprised, like, I don't know, I thought, who cares? No, but a lot of people actually stopped, read through it, and some of them scanned the QR code from my Instagram. So I think this made a huge difference, just to be able to shortly explain who I am and to catch some attention of people. So I would really recommend to do a little sign with a little bit about yourself, and of course sharing your social media. I got a couple of new followers since then, and maybe it's not much, but it's my first ever market, and this market is done every month, and I hope that I can go every month with a little bit more stock to sell and more prepared every time, So I will show you what things I took to the market. I sold one item. One item I sold. It was a hanging plant. I put it on my Instagram, the photo. So I don't have it with me because I didn't make a video before or after or anything because I didn't have the time to do it. But I will put also a picture here to show you which hanging plant. It's really beautiful. It was a couple of girls that bought it, and at first they looked at it, they went away, and then they came back to buy it, and I feel so thankful for them because that just elevated my morale, gave me the motivation to keep going, and I was really happy to see their faces of, wow, this is possible to make crocheting. And they asked me also, how long did it take you to do it? And they were very interested about that. I know some crocheters also put a tag with how much time it took for each item to be made. I think that's a great idea. I think it's something that I could implement in a little nice card, just so that people know that it's not manufactured and done in 1 minute, that it takes some time, half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. It's a lot of time, So I will show you the items that I have here with the price for them. Just a disclaimer, I live in Switzerland. The prices, costs for everything is higher than average price. Materials are more expensive, services cost more, so it was really hard to price the items, especially being relatively new in the market, only living here since 2020, end of 2020. And I did some research online on Etsy and on other platforms, and generally in Google, in different handcraft platforms, to see the prices of finished items. But I also try to time myself with smaller projects to be a little bit more precise, and then just have like my hourly rate plus materials. But it's an average. I have to know the market a little bit better, and I think once I also do one pattern more times, not only one time, I can be more efficient preparing that, crocheting that item, and then prices maybe can lower a little bit, but I have to see. Let me see. The first item, it's and I'm going to link in the description the patterns that I used for these items. So first I will show you this plant, this succulent plant. This was so cute. I priced this at 15, and well, I put a little tag here. I thought it was nice like this. 15 francs. So you see, it's a bit maybe above average, but in Switzerland for the hourly rate, kind of okay. This pattern, it was the first time I was doing it, and it took me around 1 hour maybe to do it, just because here the details, and also the pot, you can take it off, so it's actually 2 parts to create. It's not like only one. So it took me like around an hour or so to finish, maybe a little more. So 15 francs is actually cheap, no? It's actually not so expensive, I think. Not cheap, but maybe not, it's fair. It's fair, I think, no? So the succulent. Then I did, I had 3 hanging plants. One of them I sold. The other one I wanted to, after the market, I wanted to give to a friend who, it's a very dear friend from me, and was just moving to her new house, so her new home, and I just wanted to take it as a gift. I thought it would look also nice in her place. So the hanging plants that you will see here in a picture I'm going to put up, those I sold for 15 francs too, like the succulent. Not just because of the level of details, you have to crochet every vine, no, and then attach it, and it's just it's small, but it's detail work. And then I have this tiny one, this tiny succulent, hanging succulent. This one is smaller than the other one, so this I priced at 10 francs. Also a lot of details. It's small, but if you crochet small things with detail, they sometimes take a long time to do, because you have to be so precise. So that one. So those were and I also had this, I will put a picture because I don't have it with me, a cactus, a heart shaped cactus that I also sold for 10 francs. That was also small. Those are the plants that I brought, no? Then I brought some scrunchies made of velvet yarn. These ones, if you saw one of my shorts, I showed you some of these. I had also a black one. Here it is. There were more. I had several of these different colors of velvet. Each one I priced them at 8 francs. I remember I wanted to charge less, but then I timed myself to do this big one, and I was trying to do it as fast as I can. And yeah, it took me, I don't remember, I have to check later. I will put it here because I wrote it down, but it didn't take me as fast as I thought. Like, I thought it was 15 minutes, but actually it was like half an hour, just because I did change of color, and then there's a lot of stitches to get this form, this twisted form, no? But then I also had some a smaller scrunchie that I priced at 5, that it had only 1 round. So I'm thinking of doing other options that are a little bit cheaper. People looked at them a lot, but they didn't buy any. I think because it's summer and maybe the velvet is just too thick for now. So maybe in a market closer to autumn, let's see, I will just put them nicely away so I can bring them in a colder month, no? Then the other thing I brought, which I love, I wish I could keep this. Maybe I will if nobody buys it, but it's some coasters. These are sunflower coasters. I don't know if you can tell well with the light here, and I'm so sorry for the light. Today is such a dark day, and I don't have much light in this room, but this is a sunflower brown with yellow, no? And this pack of 4, there are 4 coasters, and I did this little basket, open basket. Like I wanted it to be a little bit open so you can easily take out or see how many you have here. So this pack, I priced it at 35 francs, no? Swiss francs. I also did these daisies. Okay. This is actually my pattern. I designed it. I wanted it to have more or less the same look as the sunflower, which is from a designer, but then I wanted it to have lots of petals, like because I was checking daisies and they have so many petals, almost one on top of the other. And yeah, let me know if you want the pattern for it, and then I maybe can do a tutorial of how to make them, no? And this one I priced them at 8 each, no? It seems like quite a lot, but they take a bit of time to do, you know. At least it takes me, like, if I concentrate, maybe I can do it in 45 minutes or 40, maybe 30, because there's also a lot of detail work in the petals, no? So it's really hard to price, but I think they're beautiful. They are so summer-like, and I love they have a lot. I mean, it costs more because they have so many petals, but it gives a really nice look, I think. Let me know what you think on the comments too, or if you think it was priced too high. I don't know, help me please. I'm trying to figure out. I think it was a fair price given the work and, you know, Switzerland, I mean, being in Switzerland, but, you know, it's good to know opinions from other people. So next up, I did this book sleeve. It's really nice. It's a huge granny square that you just fold. Here's how it looks behind. It's really beautiful, stunning, with a little button that says handmade with love. And this button goes through one of the holes of the granny. And this is a book sleeve, or it can be also a Kindle sleeve. It's really nice. And as a project, this is a project I would really recommend. You can just watch your favorite show or a movie and just crochet away. You don't think about anything. I love these. They take a bit of time, but you don't have to be focused on that. You can just do it. These are priced at 25, no? 25 francs. What else? And then lastly is this little pouch. It's also a two granny squares that I just joined through the edges and put like a little string, so you can put here like I don't know, little things that you don't want to get mixed up in your purse or your backpack or your little headphones, like I don't know what they are called. I know I sound like 100 years old, but I don't use frequently headphones, and I have ones with a cord because I always lose the ones that are cordless. And well, I haven't lost them, but I'm lying. One time I almost lost them. So I use like an ancient person, the ones with a cord. So this one I priced at 8 francs. Yeah. And I think that was it. The things that got the most attention were the hanging plants. The scrunchies, many people touched them. They wanted to feel how were they. One person really took a good look at the book sleeve, but decided not to, I think because of the price. I really understand, you know, they are not so cheap, but they are also handmade. They take a lot of our time, and also yarn is becoming more expensive. Yarn is not so cheap, especially if it has like these nice colors and good quality, no? So I understand the price is like a barrier, but I also think that you have to start to get a bit well known about the craft, and so people can trust that you do a good work, because it's like a little investment, no? 15 francs, 25 francs, 35 francs on a handmade article. It's you have to trust that it's a really good work. So I know some strategies say just lower your prices so they try your product. Some other people say keep a fair price. No, they will start trusting you. So I'm trying to go through the second one because for me, making one every item is so special. I give so much effort and patience. I really try hard to make it as best as possible. I organize everything around during the day to be able to have the time to do it. And I don't want to mass produce also. I want to do specific items that, you know, are making life more beautiful, no? So let me know what you think. Which strategy do you think is best? Any piece of advice is well received. But those are the items that I brought that were the main attraction. And there was one more. I'm sorry. It was this bag. This bag. I'm trying to put it here. Look, the bottom is this color. It's like a market bag, no? This I priced for 45. So this was my biggest item. Of course it didn't sell. But this one takes some time to do. There's a lot of stitches here, no? But it's really beautiful. I was secretly hoping that it doesn't sell so I can use it as my yarn stash or things like this. I actually put inside my different crochet items. But that was it. I don't know, I don't want to say it was successful or not. I think it was a first good step. There are some things that I want to do for the next one. We need to go next month again to sell things, because even though we sold really good the secondhand things, there's still we have lots of things to sell. So I'm going to get like a wardrobe, I don't know what you call them in English, where I will put a reference picture there, but just to hang clothes. And then I'm thinking grabbing a hanger and turning it upside down, or just using it to hang my hanging plants. And I want to do some more for the next market. And I want to also bring some potted crocheted plants. I've already done a baby tulip. I will show you maybe in another video to keep it a little bit as a surprise of what I'm going to take. And I want to take also crocheted alphabet or letters, because those are also, I think, a great idea. And then just like charge 2 francs per letter to build your own name and to put it like to sew it then in your backpack or your jacket. I think that would be a good idea. And then appliques. I will do appliques. I've seen them a lot here, especially in teenagers, young people, or moms also for their children, to put them to decorate their things now. So I think I will do that. So plants, appliques, I don't know if I pronounce it correctly, I'm so sorry. Letters, and what else? No more scrunchies, and potted plants. So like decorative things, basically, no? Yeah, and maybe some keychains. I'm thinking keychains with like the letters, but also make them not a type, but like a keychain. But I don't know if I'm going to have a lot of time. I only have 3 weeks to work on that. I may have a little space like this on my things, but I think consistency is key. When they see you coming back, they will start to get more interested, I think. And yeah, that's what I can manage. I always say, you do what you can manage to do. Next year, maybe it's going to be different. Maybe next year I will have more time, more free time, and I will be able to do more things on social media or in the market, or both. But as for now, I'm doing as much as is humanly possible. As a mom of a little child, and I don't have any help during the day. I'm a stay-at-home mom basically. Yeah, it's challenging, let me tell you that. But that was my experience with selling in a second-hand market in Switzerland. So if you found it that interesting and want to see more, please consider subscribing, giving a thumbs up to this video so it can reach more people, and leave your comment telling me any tips of advice. If you've experienced also selling in a foreign market, what helped, what did you do, any stories you have there, that would be super interesting. And I hope you see you soon in the next time. And thanks so much for watching. Ciao ciao.